Practice Test 5 of the Salesforce Agentforce Specialist Practice Test Series. 10 questions. Some of these are tricky. Take your time before picking your answer. Let us get into it. Question 1. What considerations should an Agentforce specialist be aware of when using record snapshots grounding in a prompt template? Option A. Empty data, such as fields without values or sections without limits, is filtered out. Option B. Email addresses associated with the object are excluded. Option C. Activities such as tasks and events are excluded. Think about what record snapshot specifically includes and excludes when building the grounding context. The correct answer is A. Empty data, such as fields without values or sectioned without limits, is filtered out. When record snapshots are used for grounding, Salesforce automatically filters out empty fields and sections without defined limits to keep the prompt clean and within token limits. Email addresses and activities are not automatically excluded. Question 2. Universal Containers deploys a new Agentforce service agent into the company's website, but is getting feedback that the Agentforce service agent is not providing answers to customer questions found in the company's Salesforce knowledge articles. What is the likely issue? Option A. The Agentforce service agent user is not assigned the correct agent type license. Option B. The Agentforce service agent user needs to be created under the standard agent knowledge profile. Option C. The Agentforce service agent user was not given the Allow View Knowledge permission set. The agent cannot access knowledge articles. What permission is required specifically for knowledge access? The correct answer is C. The Agentforce service agent user was not given the Allow View Knowledge permission set. For an Agentforce service agent to retrieve and display knowledge article content, the agent user must be granted the Allow View Knowledge permission. Without this permission, the agent cannot see the knowledge base even if everything else is configured correctly. Question 3. Universal Containers Service Team wants to customize the standard case summary response from Agentforce. What should the Agentforce specialist do to achieve this? Option A. Summarize the case with a standard agent action. Option B. Create a custom record summary prompt template for the case object. Option C. Customize the standard record summary template for the case object. The team wants to customize the existing standard response. What is the correct approach without building something from scratch? The correct answer is C. Customize the standard record summary template for the case object. The correct approach is to customize the existing standard record summary template that is already associated with the case object. Creating a new custom template from scratch is not necessary and may not be connected to the case summary action. Simply customizing the standard template is the recommended approach. Question 4. Universal Containers wants to limit an agent's access to knowledge articles while deploying the answer questions with knowledge action. How should UC achieve this? Option A. Update the data library retriever to filter on a custom field on the knowledge article. Option B. Assign data categories to knowledge articles and define data category filters in the Agentforce data library. Option C. Define scope instructions to the agent specifying a list of allowed article titles or IDs. How does Salesforce Knowledge natively support article access control at a category level? The correct answer is B. Assign data categories to knowledge articles and define data category filters in the Agentforce data library. Salesforce Knowledge uses data categories as the native mechanism for controlling article visibility. By assigning categories to articles and configuring category filters in the Agentforce data library, you can restrict which articles the agent is allowed to retrieve and surface to users. Question 5. Universal Containers wants to utilize Agentforce for sales to help sales reps reach their sales quotas by providing AI-generated plans containing guidance and steps for closing deals. Which feature meets this requirement? Option A, create close plan. Option B, find similar deals. Option C, create account plan. The question is specifically about closing deals with guidance and steps. Which action is built for that? The correct answer is A, create close plan. The Create Close Plan action in Agentforce for Sales generates an AI-powered plan with specific guidance and action steps for closing an opportunity. It is different from Create Account Plan, which is broader and account-level focused, and Find Similar Deals, which is about benchmarking. Question 6. Universal Containers is rolling out an AI-powered support assistant. During testing, UC notices that agents are receiving too many irrelevant results from older product versions that no longer apply. How should UC address this issue? Option A, create a custom retriever in Einstein Studio and apply filters for publication date and product line. Option B, use the default retriever, as it already searches the entire search index and provides broad coverage. Option C, modify the search index to only store documents from the last year and remove older records. The problem is irrelevant results from old product versions. What is the most targeted fix that does not destroy historical data? The correct answer is A. Create a custom retriever in Einstein Studio and apply filters for publication date and product line. A custom retriever with filters for publication date and product line is the most precise solution. It narrows retrieval to only the content that matches the current product and is recent enough to be relevant, without deleting historical records that may still be needed for other purposes. Question 7. When configuring a prompt template, an Agentforce specialist previews the results of the prompt template they have written. They see two distinct text outputs, resolution and response. Which information does the resolution text provide? Option A, it shows the full text that is sent to the trust layer. Option B, it shows which sensitive data is masked before it is sent to the LLM. Option C, it shows the response from the LLM based on the sample record. Resolution and response are two different things. What does resolution specifically refer to in this preview context? The correct answer is A. It shows the full text that is sent to the trust layer. The resolution text in the prompt builder preview shows the complete, fully merged prompt that is sent through the Einstein trust layer before reaching the LLM. This allows the specialist to see exactly what the LLM will receive, including all the dynamically inserted grounding data. Question 8. In the context of retriever and search indexes, what best describes the data preparation process in Data Cloud? Option A. Data preparation focuses on real-time data ingestion and dynamic indexing to generate dynamic grounding reference data without pre-processing steps. Option B. Data preparation entails aggregating, normalizing, and encoding structured data sets to ensure compliance with data governance and security protocols. Option C. Data preparation involves loading, chunking, vectorizing, and storing content in a search-optimized manner to support retrieval from the vector database. Think about the technical steps that happen to raw documents before they can be searched by a retriever. The correct answer is C. Data preparation involves loading, chunking, vectorizing, and storing content in a search-optimized manner to support retrieval from the vector database. This is the standard RAG data preparation pipeline. Content is loaded, broken into chunks, converted into vector embeddings, and stored in the vector database in a way that enables efficient semantic retrieval. Question 9. Universal Containers has implemented generative AI within Salesforce to enable summarization of a custom object called guest. Users have reported mismatches in the generated information. In refining its prompt design strategy, which key practices should UC prioritize? Option A. Create concise, clear, and consistent prompt templates with effective grounding, contextual role playing, clear instructions, and iterative feedback. Option B, enable prompt test mode. Allocate different prompt variations to a subset of users for evaluation, and standardize the most effective model based on performance feedback. Option C, submit a prompt review case to Salesforce and conduct thorough testing in the playground to refine outputs until they meet user expectations. What are the actual best practices for writing and improving prompt templates when outputs are mismatched? The correct answer is A. Create concise, clear, and consistent prompt templates with effective grounding, contextual role playing, clear instructions, and iterative feedback. These are the core prompt engineering best practices recognized by Salesforce. Clear instructions, proper grounding, role assignment for the LLM, and iterative refinement are the foundation of effective prompt design. Submitting a case to Salesforce is not a valid prompt optimization strategy. Question 10. What is the primary function of the reasoning engine in Agentforce? Option A. Identifying agent topics and actions to respond to user utterances. Option B. Offering real-time natural language response during conversations. Option C. Generating record queries based on conversation history. What is the reasoning engine specifically responsible for within the Agentforce architecture? The correct answer is A. Identifying agent topics and actions to respond to user utterances. The reasoning engine is the core decision-making layer of Agentforce. It processes the user's input, identifies the most relevant topic, selects the appropriate actions, and determines the correct order of execution. It is powered by the LLM, but its primary function is reasoning and orchestration, not generating conversational text directly. Practice. Test 5 done. 5 tests in. These are real questions that you'll encounter on the actual exam, so pay close attention and watch this repeatedly until you've fully mastered every concept. We guarantee a 100% passing rate once you've successfully solved every question in this series. Practice Test 6 is right there in the playlist. Let's go.